Alright, we are simming it. Tyler gets a pretty easy win over Buffalo. That was the expected go. It's taking longer than usual. Alright, we do not want to save it. Oh, 79 right end, 77 corner, 73 fullback, 69 right outside linebacker. Tyler must have had a lot of visits scheduled against the old Buffalo Bills. Alright, alright, so let's do this one first. Oregon State was pretty comfy. Outscored them 16-0 in the second and third quarters. Scored on a 50 touchdown run. Buffalo scored 10 late. Not even respectable, really. They still lost by 20. They had a 100-yard advantage in total offense, over 100 yards. Both teams threw the ball well, 22 of 29 and 24 of 30, with no turnovers overall in the game. Oregon State was good on third down. Both teams converted a fourth down. Running the ball relatively. Oregon State was probably just better in every area. Not crazy better, but just in every area. Ruffin had a good game, 22 of 27, 265, 2 touchdowns. Mason came in 1, 2, 3. Almost a 100-yard game from Madison, not quite. Ruffin had very quarterbacky and day running the ball, 5 for 75 for Cobbs, including a 54-yard run. 7 for 103 for Sherman. Madison had 47, 50, 34. All-in-one receiver. Respectable days. Pancakes spread around. 7 tackles for Stewart, including 3 for loss and a sack and a half. West and Collins also a sack. Made a 47-yard field goal, but missed an extra point. 1 punt, 44 yards. Nothing crazy there. So I mean, that's a comfy win against an overmatched opponent. But hey, you gotta win the games that you're supposed to, right? That's a big one. Alright. SMU 35. West Virginia 28. Nice win for Pat, moving to 2-0 in conference. teams traded passing touchdowns in the first quarter. SMU won up by 14 with 2 minutes left in the fourth on a 25-yard pass. West Virginia answered, you know, 62-yarder, but could not recover the onside kick. SMU has a pretty hefty total offense advantage. Look at, I mean, compare these stat lines to their stat lines from the last few years. You can tell that they have different personnel and running a different offense. 51 rushes for 274, 9 for 20. I mean, so they went 9 for 25, but 4 of those 9 completions were touchdowns. 8 for 14 on third is good. 3 for 3 in the red zone. Did have a pick though. I mean, this is life without a stud quarterback, but they're adjusting to it well. They've changed the offense around. To accommodate a less quality QB. 28 for 156 for Henderson. 5.5 a carry with a long of 12. Receiving 4 for 125 for Wiggins. 3 touchdowns on 4. I mean, that's a good receiving day. Long of 64. Averaged 30 yards a catch. Turned about 75% of his catches into touchdowns. 6 pancakes for A. Taylor. Sack. 5 sacks. Defense. They did not attempt a field goal. 6 for 196. Only 32 yard net, which is spicy. Nothing too crazy in the kick or punt return game. And we went down to Michigan, which is tough, but I'm not super surprised. They were more talented than us in every facet. We lost by 20. We scored 14 late. Ooh, we had a pick 6 with 2 minutes left. Cut it to 20. Let's see what happened here. And we had a terrible day throwing the ball is what happened, really. First time this season, we just did not do well throwing the ball. They went 8 for 13 on third down. We went 2 for 7. We had 3 interceptions. Oh, well, God damn it, that explains it. My quarterback definitely got hurt in this game. He had started off 8 for 11, and let's see what the. Oh, that really is annoying. We weren't even doing. I mean, my starter goes 8 for 11. My backup comes in, goes 4 for 9. 1 touchdown, 3 picks. Super annoying. That had to happen in my biggest game of the season, where I had all these visits scheduled. Major bummer. Ran for 100 yards. Another guy at 11:58. 6 for 73 from Romero. Only receiving threat. Defense got shredded. Didn't have a sack. One guy had 4 tackles for loss. Solid punting. Nothing crazy. Florida International took down 0-4 North Texas. North Texas outgained them, but turned it over twice. Both teams had identical third down conversion percentages. FIU turned it over, didn't score once in the red zone. Either got stopped on 4th or missed a field goal. QB went 14 of 30. 21 for 121 and 1. That's a Fibonacci sequence of stat lines there. Receiving 5 for 60, 258, 1 for 2 with a touchdown for Peterson Jr. Boyd gave up 2 sacks. Half a sack for Livingston, half a sack for Brock. 2 picks for Monroe. The day at the office for him. There it is, a missed field goal. Playing the red zone woes. 6 punts, about 40 yards a punt, not bad. 1 inside the 20. 25 yards a return for Townsend. 4 for 35 for Peterson Jr. Alabama takes down Maryland 28-7. Kind of a low-scoring game here for Bama playing an 0-5 Terps team. I mean, they had both teams. And the Terps only had 300 yards of total offense, about 117 rushing, 195 passing. Terps turned it over twice. That usually makes a pretty big difference. Only went 50% in the red zone. I guess Bama didn't start Tua Tagovailoa's brother in this game. He started Quinn, who went 16 for 28. 219 and 2. Solid result. 124 on the ground. Touchdown. 6 for 79. 4 for 93. 4 for 28. 69-yard long for Jordan, which is quite nice. 3 sacks given up. Let's see, a pick for Smith, a pick for Green, 4 tackles for loss from Holloway. He returned his pick 49 yards. Didn't attempt any field goals. 41 yards a punt, which is nice. They did not return a kick all game, kind of rare. Average 9.4 return. We already covered this. Ball State 34, Tulane 31. Tulane went up 14-3. Ball State dominated the second and third quarters, and Tulane made a bit of a run in the fourth. A Ball State 28-yard field goal, 7 minutes left, counted for the difference. Ball State racked up 570 yards of total offense, which is absurd. 296 rushing, 274 passing, 7 for 12 on third down. Only 80% in the red zone, but they didn't turn it over. 676 total yards. And I mean, Tulane didn't have a bad game offensively. They had 423 total yards, including 200 on the ground. But they got gashed on defense. That was their first loss of the season. They were 4-0. 13 for 19, 274, and 2 touchdowns for Paddock. It's a great game. 68% completion percentage. 3 players with more than 57 rushing yards. Almost had 2 with 100. Tyler had the receiving load, carried 5 for 142, 2 touches. Jackson was the only offensive lineman to not have a pancake, and he gave up both sacks. Probably not a coincidence. Sack and a half for Bowling, half a sack for Franklin. Kicker, French-sounding last name kicker, missed 2 field goals. Maybe he was enjoying the Cajun food in New Orleans a little too much. And a 33-yard punt. Special teams were pretty much the only thing that went particularly wrong for Ball State. NC State routed a previously undefeated Pittsburgh team. Not close at all. They pounded them 472 to 370. 3 turnovers to none. That explains why they got doubled up a little bit. Pittsburgh threw the ball a little. Well, both at the same one. It was a relatively even passing game. NC State got into a lot more third downs and converted them well. 10 red zone attempts is maybe as many as I've ever seen. That's a lot of red zone attempts. Going 8 for 10 and all 8 were touchdowns. That's absurd. 10 red zone. Alright, let's check out the QB. Backup went 1 for 4. Starter went 22, 150, and 2 touchdowns. 19 for 116 on the ground for Floyd. 3 different players had touchdowns on the ground, including 2 players with multiple. 10 for 113. Solid game for Butler. 5 pancakes for Browning, which is impressive. Sack for Jackson, interception for Battle. This guy did one to play. 8 for 8 on extra points. Averaged 40 yards a punt on 3 punts. This guy had an 88-yard kick return that he did not score on. Which is a pretty long kick return to not score on. I believe that is all the games. Salim, I believe it's spelled B-Y-E. One thing I want to do quick is go to, how do you go to email? I want to look at the injury report to see if my QB is on it. We can just do this for all teams really quick. Alabama's missing a pretty good left tackle for only a week. Missing a stud left guard for 10 weeks, which is a bummer. Receiver's probable. Ball State injury free, of course. Florida International The running back seems like he'll be back soon. Fractured arm. That guy's not playing. Fresno State has a senior left tackle out for the season with a broken shoulder. Sounds cool. Kent State injury free. My QB is not on the injury report, so I guess it must have been a 1-game injury, which is fine because one quad from the 75 overall. Actually, free safety. My free safety is my weakest position. My adjustments. What do you mean do my adjustments? I'm on Tyler's profile right now. Sorry, Ickham Echo, some guy's name. Probable. 5 weeks with a broken butt. Abdominal tear. 4 weeks for a good right tackle. Seems like a lot of offensive linemen get hurt. Alright, let's do, we'll quickly breeze through this because I gotta do some stuff before I play Alex in a bit. Bama has a running back on there. That's it. Iverson Clements falling down the list. Championship contenders, too early for conference standings, IMO. I will do recruiting. Let's do job security quickly just because people do ask for that sometimes. NCAA head coach. Alright, a lot of people at 100, I'm at 95, Fresno State's at 70. Not too much to spare. And then we'll look at recruiting, we'll look up next week's schedule, and then we'll pop off here. Alright. I already saw that Tyler had a pretty nice week based on the... Alright. Let's go in reverse order because that's more dramatic, although we did already see. Out there. Fresno State has 2 3-star players, 74. A lot of team, is everybody else in the top 25? So SMU's at 22, 2 4-stars. Kent State, Florida International, and Oregon State. With 4, 7, and 5 total recruits respectively. They've all nabbed some 3-stars and a couple of 2-stars. Or sorry, a couple of 4-stars I should say. Solid starts, especially for Kenton and Florida International. Minnesota's at 8 with 3 4-stars and 3 3-stars. Ball State is 7 with 1 more 3-star. Alabama already grabbed 2 5s. I mean, we've seen how bologna sandwich that recruiting class is with the overalls. And then NC State, 7 4-stars already, which is hella impressive. Across the board, everybody who's a head coach is in the top 25 all basically. That's very impressive. All right, we'll look up next week's schedules, and then I'm going to let you guys explore the rest of it on your own. So, Central Michigan and Minnesota, hopefully I can bounce back from my disappointing loss. Hopefully my quarterback plays the whole game this time. Florida Atlantic at Ball State. Burke's got Ball. Oklahoma State at SMU. SMU is picked. NC State at Cuse. They got NC State. Oregon State at Arizona State. Burke's taking Arizona State. Fresno at Colorado State. 1 and 4. I mean, that's kind of a toilet bullish, but Colorado State is favored. Florida International at the University of Texas San Antonio, and Tulane FIU with a talent advantage is mysteriously predicted to lose for no reason. Oh, and Cal at Kent State. Cal has a stud offense, I guess. That's somehow only averaging 27 points a game. This will be a stern test for Kent State, though. Okay. I am going to dip. I will see you guys later.